Hello, I'm Jake,
And I'm Becca.
and we are Orlando Accomplice.
Sorry, I'm laughing because we've done this intro so many times now. But we are a couple from the UK who, like many of you, have fallen in love with Orlando, gone for their one big, once-in-a-lifetime trip, and then proceeded to go back every year since that point. So we have started a little venture together. The aim is to make your holiday planning easier, but we'll get more into that.
The next episode of this podcast series, we'll be doing a proper breakdown on who we are as people and like what this venture is. And if you've got any questions, like feel free to bomb them over to us on his social media at Orlando Accomplice.
Yep, all one word.
Yep, on Instagram, and or even just bang it in the comments of this video because we'll be putting these podcasts out on YouTube as well.
But please bear with us in the early stages, as I'm sure a lot of you can understand. We are just starting out, so we're having a lot of teething problems. But yeah, we'll get there eventually.
Aye, we will.
Yeah.
Like we say, we've recorded this intro
I don't
for
even
about
want
20
to know
minutes. Yeah.
how many times now.
So just a little disclaimer as well, just before we start. This podcast will be there'll be quite a lot of swearing in it. It's more targeted for like a more adult audience. So if you're listening with little kids in the car or whatever, or if you're having your tea with it on telly or whatever, just be warned that this podcast is not
He's
for
making
you.
it out worse than what it is. But yeah, just maybe don't play it in front of your kids for now.
We will try bleeping everything out,
Yeah.
but there'll be some that I miss. But yeah, and another disclaimer is just like these are all our own opinions. You may agree with them, you may not, and that's the beauty of discussion, I guess, and podcasts and just opinions in general.
Yeah.
And then lastly, like Becky said, this is this first podcast, so stuff might change. Hopefully, the sound is almost bang on. We've kind of prided ourselves in, like, I've been an audio engineer for about 12 years.
So if it's not right, it's his problem.
Yeah, so at least the sound should be good, which I guess is the whole point of a podcast anyway.
Yeah. And in this household, we like a good cocktail, so I thought it would help us calm his nerves a little bit. So we've got amaretto sours today, and it is basically Halloween. It's September, so they're in a spooky cup.
And I'm yet to try this,
Yeah.
so live reaction.
Cheers.
Cheers. That is banging.
It's missing the cherry.
Yeah, I agree.
But we make do with what we got.
Aye.
Okay, so this episode 1, we thought it'd be fun to do some Disney World hot takes. So again, as Jake said, these are our opinions. They're meant to be hot takes, but the majority of people disagree with, or the majority of people love that we don't like, and we just thought it would be fun to do. So, would you like to go first?
Yes, my notes are on my phone.
Are you
Am
ready?
I starting?
Yeah, you go.
Okay. My first hot take.
Just sorry, before we start, I don't know what he's written, and he doesn't know what I've written.
Aye.
So I might disagree with him on some points, and he might disagree with me. So we'll see.
Okay, so number 1 for me is...
Are you ranking them in order?
No, this is number
All right,
1 on my
point
list.
number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Nomad Lounge is overrated.
Oh. So Nomad Lounge in Animal Kingdom is overrated. How? Elaborate.
So I believe that the thing that... how to word me point? I'm Northern, if you can't tell. So I feel like the food offering is not reflective of how popular it is.
What, like other people hyping it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's a very popular place in terms of you can't book, can you? You've got to get on the
Walk up. Yeah.
And when you do the walk up, it takes a good 45.
Yeah, but
minutes.
That's the whole point and the beauty of it, because you can sign up on your phone or walk up, and go do what you want in Animal Kingdom.
But then
for 45
minutes.
It is
45 minutes, but we've been there and we've walked up for the waiting list as soon as it's opened, and it's been like 45-minute wait. pretty much,
Mm.
which
Okay, so
warrants its popularity. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying for how busy it is, it's busy enough to warrant this 45 minutes waiting list. So it must be popular. But I feel like the food offering is not up to that 45 minutes
Okay.
standard.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I do think the lounge in general, I mean, the outdoor bit's quite nice.
It's quite nice.
Yeah.
You get a nice calming like break from being in Animal Kingdom where there's little to no shade, there's screaming children and everything everywhere, a lot of high stim situations, and you get to go and put your feet up and relax, have a nice drink.
And I can't even remember if the drinks were that nice.
I always order the wrong drink there, so I'm not commenting on this. Like, that's my own fault for ordering drinks that I think sound nice to me, but I know they're not. I'm not going to like them, so I order them anyway.
Yeah. I do think that the kind of menu itself is quite out there. So in terms of people going with like kids who need breaks as well.
Pretty sure you can order chicken tendies.
I don't think you can because I
Can you
would have
not?
ordered chicken tenders, I think.
Oh, okay.
Partial for a chicken tender, I think.
Fair enough.
But that's my first take.
Okay. Mine. Now, out of the 4 parks, you know what I'm going to say here.
This might be similar to mine
Oh,
because I think I've got this take.
Magic Kingdom is my least favourite.
I agree. That is what I've put as well.
Okay.
I've got worst park.
I wouldn't say it's, out of the 4 it is, but that is on our standpoint of we are 2 adults who go without children and we like thrill rides. Now, Magic Kingdom is still magical. Insert Encanto song. What's its song?
Magical and blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
That one.
Yeah. But it's the busiest park. And for one, you can't have a cocktail there. You can't have any alcohol there unless you're having a sit down meal. And I just think the other parks are more suited to what we enjoy when we're there. And it's the worst food out of all 4 of them. Definitely.
I think Magic Kingdom is the only park that you can do for a full day.
But is that a good thing or a bad thing?
A good thing. I guess there's enough stuff to do there.
Yeah.
For a full day. But I still agree that it is the worst park. But like I say, it
for
is
2 adults, yes. It is very younger child friendly. I think even if you went with teenagers, it probably wouldn't be their first choice. But when you think, oh, I'm going to Disney World, the first thing that pops into your head, Magic Kingdom, the castle,
princesses.
Yeah. And the biggest thrill ride they have there is Tron, and it lasts 3.5 seconds. Still a really good ride.
Yeah.
It's just far too short, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay, back to you.
Take number 2. So, Hollywood Studios is a half-a-day park, in my opinion. But it's tough to decide whether to do it in the morning or to do it in the evening.
Okay.
So that is my hot take. That is difficult to choose between the 2.
Right. So what would be the benefit of doing it in the morning?
So the morning would be the breakfast waffles.
That we've not had yet, and we miss it every time because we get there past 10:30.
No, you had it last time.
I didn't.
What did you have then?
I didn't. I had that waffle cone plate. That's not breakfast waffles.
But it's still the waffle that you can only get until a certain time.
He's talking about the Mickey waffle platter.
Yeah.
From, I can't remember which little stall shop it is, right at the bottom near Tower of Terror.
On Sunset Boulevard, is it?
Yeah. And we always go past 10:30 and it's stopped doing it. I got the buffalo chicken waffle bowl.
So they do that after 10:30?
It's a different restaurant.
Is it?
Yeah, different quick service, I think. Don't quote me on that one.
Well, just in general, doing Disney in the morning for me is the best time to do it.
Mm.
Which I guess could be kind of a hot take as well, wrapped in this thing. Um, but yeah, so you could either do the morning where you could go smash out all the rides before the sun gets to 12 o'clock,
Out.
and gets too hot
Mm.
because there's no shade. Really?
Yeah. Well, if you're in Toy Story land,
Yeah.
yeah.
Kind of the only shade or inside bits is kind of. I mean,
All the seating's shaded
yeah,
pretty
all
much
the
on
seating is.
Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah. But then, like, that gets full. It gets busy, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. And then doing it versus in an afternoon, you have all
Yeah.
the entertainment. So if you go
Yeah.
in the morning, you miss Fantasmic.
Mm-hmm. But then you also, on an evening, you get the downside of it being everyone's tired if they've been there all day.
Yeah. You're gonna get that at any park though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Okay.
so my hot take is probably morning is better than evening in Hollywood studios.
Okay. And getting out of Fantasmic last time we
Oh, yeah.
went was carnage. Yeah. Okay, my next one relates to that because this is a strong memory I have.
Okay.
A Disney pickle is an underrated snack.
I hate pickles.
Yeah,
so
I know. I'm talking to.
This is
No,
talking to your other pickle fans out here.
Oh, I love a pickle.
Okay, sell the pickle to me then.
Oh my, no, I can't. You can't sell a pickle. It's a pickle. If
Why
you
is-
like them, they're just good, refreshing. I think they're about $3.
Mhm.
And I just remember being sat on the wall outside where the big billboard is with Fantasmic on, or was it the Cars show on Sunset Boulevard?
Yeah.
And being sat on the wall, watching people go by with my margarita and my little pickle. Yeah.
No.
A pickle is an underrated snack. You hear people talk about the churros, popcorn. No one mentions the pickles.
So we need more
$3.
pickle love, is that right?
Yeah, $3.
Okay.
Not that. Yeah, I've not had that pickle milkshake they do at Epcot. Not talking about that. I'm talking about just a standard pickle.
That sounds disgusting, though, doesn't it? Pickle milkshake. Do you think you'd like the pickle milkshake?
I want to try it, but I'm scared,
Yeah.
and I don't. The thing
Do you
is,
think it'd put you off pickles if you didn't like it?
no, never.
Okay.
I literally sit and eat a jar of gherkins. We call them gherkins. I don't know. But I want to try it. But the thing is, we only go for like 2-week holidays, like a lot of you, and I don't want to waste a snack on the pickle milkshake that is very controversial.
Very true.
Even people who like pickles don't like that. So we'll see. We might try it when we go. But yeah, that is my hot take. Number 3.
We're in number 3?
Yeah.
So this is kind of controversial, I guess.
Condensation.
Genie Plus was actually a good service.
Oh, I had that one.
Did you?
Yeah.
So we've not tried the new Fast Pass Lightning Lane single pass. Yeah, we've not tried
Bing Bong
that.
Pass, whatever it's called.
Bing Bong Pass. They should have called it that. That would have been weird.
They could have been more creative with the name.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
Yeah, we've not tried the new system yet, but we thought that well, I did, and I'm presuming you agree with it. So you put it on your hot takes as well.
Yeah.
That it was actually worth it in terms of how you could smash off the park within.
If you were prepared and if you knew how to use the system, and I understand the main factor is people don't want to be on the phones when they're in the park, but you still got to use your phone.
You kind of got to use your phone, because I was thinking about this earlier.
Rebook your next, once your tier 1's gone and you can book another tier 1. I'm sure there's plenty of videos out there already that you've watched on the new system. But yeah, once you've used those lightning lanes or those fast passes, you still need to go on your phone and book the next ones.
But I guess the whole point of it is that what people say that it's not worth it is because you're on your phone more. Is that right?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
But then, because I was thinking about this earlier actually, there's like, if you went to Magic Kingdom or went to any Disney park
Yeah.
and you didn't have your phone, would you be able to do it without technology? As in,
I
like,
think if you go there frequently, yes, but as a person who, like we say, go for the once in a lifetime trip, I don't think that you. But saying that though, your friend went in May
me, yeah.
and completely blind to it all, knew nothing.
But then if he wanted to do all the rides and smash it off, then I feel like he'd need Genie for that. I don't think
Oh
he'd be able
yeah,
to do it without.
I
Oh,
think certain parks you can get away with it, others not so much.
yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree. I think for people like us, it was easy enough to use. We got the hang of it really quickly. And now for people out of the US, they've made it really difficult.
Yeah. The world have made it really difficult to people who aren't staying at Disney.
Well, yeah, also, yeah, non-resort guests. But
Yeah.
if you if you can't, if you're out of the country and you can't book these fast passes until you touch down on US soil, unless you've got a VPN. Oh no.
Don't even know if VPNs work.
No, what was the trick?
Yeah, VPN,
You
delete the app, change your settings or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. But even then, don't even know if that works.
But yeah, Genie Plus I thought it was good.
And I did think it was kind of put you all in a level playing field with when you wake up at 7 o'clock.
Yeah. And
Because
that's the other point. People didn't like getting up early to do that.
I feel like you're up early anyway if you want to smash it all
People have
off.
a lion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your next take?
My next one. Right. I'm going to offend a lot of people with this one, I feel.
Go on.
This is a cult classic that I didn't try until our last trip. And it's just, corn dog nuggets are terrible.
See, I didn't even have any when you had them last.
Did you not try a bit?
No.
Oh.
But I don't think I'm a bit freaked out about corn dogs anyway. And even if miniature versions, I don't think I'd be about it.
The outer shell was sweet, and then the inside of it was like spam.
Compared to I
thought it was just a baby hot dog wrapped in hot dog.
Is it different to an actual hot dog?
Yeah, well, it's sweet and I don't know. Bleh. No, not for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like them. And even when you're dipping it in the cheese, I ate maybe 5 or 6 of them. I thought, no, everyone loves these. They must be so good. I've just had an off one, and I try it again. The best bit was the outer.
Oh, was it?
The batter. But yeah, not for me.
Oh.
So I'm sorry to the corn dog nugget fam. Yeah.
What was my next one? This microphone's in front of my face, so its ID's not working. Okay. So yeah, you did the Magic Kingdom is the worst Disney park. That was my next one. So I'm gonna have to skip that. Another overrated snack. The cheeseburger spring roll.
Oh, do you think so?
Yeah. I didn't like it.
Didn't like it?
No. I thought it was too greasy.
Right, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
And it might be because I don't like pickle that much. And even though it tasted a bit like a Big Mac, but
yeah, but he always gives me the pickles out of his Big Mac. So
but then when I've had burgers with sauce that have got pickle in the sauce, then I've the Big Mac sauce that's got pickle in the sauce in it.
Yeah.
And I like Big Mac sauce. So that drink's making me burp like crazy. So yeah, I didn't think that. I thought I'd like it, and I didn't think the pickly taste was gonna bother me. And I still don't think it tasted that much like pickle. To be fair, obviously you could taste the sauce.
So you just didn't like it because it was greasy.
And yeah, and that. And I thought it was weirdly sickly.
Okay. We had this on our first trip, and not had it since. So I can't really remember. All I remember is it being greasy, and we've not had it since.
And I'd like to try. I think saying that though, with the greasiness, I think I'd still like to try the Is it pizza one?
The pizza one. I want to
yeah.
try the pizza one. So maybe I think that's on our list this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Overrated. Again, this one is a cult. This one has a large cult following. I would happily skip Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
See, I like Mickey and Minnie's Me, but you didn't like it at all, did you?
I remember when we last went and we had a lightning a Genie Plus
yeah.
for it, and we got into the doorway and I just saw the line, and I was like, no, I'm not waiting in this for this. I get it, like it's such a what's the word I'm looking for, like impressive ride in terms of everything that's gone into it. It's just the mouse is not my main IP, and I'd have rather have hopped on Rockin' Roller Coaster.
Oh yeah, but that's more of a thrill ride.
Yeah.
But
Or Tower of Terror.
would you not do it again then?
Des Quatre de la Maison.
Would you not?
We went to Disneyland Paris once.
Would you not do it again then?
Yeah, I'd do it again, but I would. The whole point of you having the lightning lane is to whatever it's called now, is to get there quicker. And I just saw that line. I was like, no, that's not worth it to me. If you've got little children and they love it, absolutely fair enough. But not for me. It's happily a skip.
As in the standby queue.
No, there was two lines, and it was just chaos in there, and I think I was already over.
I think the queue is pretty, or the line is pretty crazy.
The queue, yeah.
At Florida Mall, I got some lass was stood in front of me, and I said, "Are you in the queue?" And she looked at me like I'd just landed on this planet.
Basically, are you waiting in line?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, the queue area is bonkers because it's all carpeted as well, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, it's I think if you're gonna be waiting in that for over 20 minutes, it's a hard pass from me.
Which I think we've seen the queue pretty low sometimes.
I can't remember.
Yeah. I feel even like if you roped up it, especially, it's
I'd rather be sat on the wall with my pickle and margarita. Oh. Okay, yours, next one. Back to you, my friend.
Okay. Magic bands are pointless.
Yeah, they are. But they're fun. And we've got a few of them.
We do. Yeah.
Literally, I said this to you the other day. I was like, they serve no purpose because we've got it all on as phones. I did it once when I forgot my magic band and used my watch.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need it. It's just fun. And you get your favourite characters.
But now they're expensive as well.
They've always been expensive. The plus ones, yeah. They're all expensive.
Like $50 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they've put the price up. I feel like they were just that anyway when the plus ones came out. Might be wrong.
Because you could get I think you could get the standard or the cheaper ones or old ones.
Yeah, the
Series
standard
1.
magic band. Yeah. But they're fun. I think the first one I got was a Tinkerbell one, and I regretted that straight away. And then I saw A Nightmare Before Christmas one.
Yeah. How many have you got?
Maybe 3.
I think I've got 2.
They just start bringing out cool designs and we get suckered in. So, yeah.
And I feel like I'll probably buy another one this time.
You said that, yeah. But yeah, they're just a fun novelty. They flash when the fireworks are going off, and
that bit's the best bit. I think.
And when you walk past statues, you can wave them and they make noises and stuff, and they're fun, but they're not worth what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a tennis player as well if I wear them on both arms.
Yeah.
Like sweatbands.
What's the gadget man called?
Gadget man called?
Inspector Gadget.
Oh, right. Oh, Spider-Man with his web shooters. He's got 2 on his thing, hasn't he? Yeah.
Okay.
Next take. It's nice, this little bit was going down.
Good. Disneyland gets all the cool stuff. Like Oogie Boogie's Bash and the holiday layover of Haunted Mansion. Now, I understand, or I've heard, that they don't do it because that is Disney World is a once in a lifetime park for a lot of people. So when you come, you expect the classics. So they like to, I don't know, experiment a bit more in Disneyland. That's why they get the cool things. But just bring it to Florida one time.
I mean, I'd like to see the Marvel stuff come down.
Yeah, like that. What they're doing in one of the is it Shanghai
Which one?
or Tokyo Disney? See the Small World takeover, group takeover.
Oh,
How
yeah.
cool is that?
Yeah.
All the Marvel characters, like, but I get it. People come to Florida as a big trip and they want to see the classics. But what I would give to see that holiday layover.
It's pretty mad, really, isn't it? Because it's like there'd be a lot of people in Asia. They'll all go to like how we go to Orlando.
Yeah.
And a lot of British people go to Orlando rather than going to California.
Well, yeah,
actually,
you could just say, just go to California. But
it's another
we love
4
Orlando.
hours.
It's not just about the parks, it's everything around it. But yeah, and it's another 4 hours on top of that flight. But they get much more adventurous food as well. So yeah, they get different food. Yeah.
Well,
they got that headband thing first.
the one that came from Shanghai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I wish we got more cool things that they get first. Yeah.
Good take.
That's the one I thought of earlier.
Was it? So did it knock off another one off your list? No. Okay, so this one is because we've been a bit. Would you say we've been a bit negative?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one's kind of like
ninnies.
This one's quite like positive for Disney, which maybe is a bit controversial in terms of like people might not think this about Disney, but like the technology at Disney is like really impressive.
Oh, it's wild. Yeah.
So like the whole, we've been bashing this new Disney system without even using it yet.
Yeah, that's true. Give it a chance.
Yeah, but how like the app updates, how like your profile updates, how you take stuff from room like with your hotel key.
Yeah, yeah.
How even though I said that magic bands are pointless,
they're cool though.
They are cool, but they do sync up with it like instantly.
Yeah.
Like you tap and it's there saying that you've checked in. So stuff like that's really impressive. And then going into a super nerd standpoint, there's stuff that they're doing with the Imagineering stuff.
That walking pad thing.
Yeah.
Is so cool.
But aside from that, like the park wise, the animatronics.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
They need to evolve the ones on Frozen Ever After. Like every time I see those animatronics, I just laugh.
It reminds me of Hannibal Lecter when he wears the
projections.
face mask. Yeah.
But then again, in the Asia parks, they're so well done. So yeah, but the technology is insane. It's crazy.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else technological about Disney. But yeah, I just think
doing a lot. Like I'd love to go to that D23.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay. Right, saving the best till last at Epcot. I get it. We all agree mutually. It's Mexico. However, we never start that way.
So is that the hot take that starting from Mexico?
Oh no, I said it the wrong way around. So everybody starts in Mexico, but we start in Canada. However, I feel like you start in Mexico and then you go through Canada and round that way, rather than starting in Canada and through to...
So you're saying do a double lap?
Yeah, because then you get the best of both worlds. You get it twice.
So is that the hot take?
Because to me, Canada and the UK are the worst pavilions. The UK pavilion is nothing like the UK. It's glorified, it's beautiful, but
tell you what, I do quite like that gardens bit at the back.
that's pretty. But we get a Pimm's, you get a Guinness.
Which isn't UK. Oh well, it is, yeah. No, it's
Guinness.
Yeah, no, it's not. Are we classing Ireland as being in the UK?
Well, you get a Guinness. And then Canada, we don't really spend much time in, and that is our own fault. We've never really gone back into Canada, and we need to do that. But in my opinion, those two are my least favourite, and that's why I get them out of the way, and then you can finish in Mexico. But if you start to get a margarita in Mexico, then go back through Canada and rounding up through France and back the other way, you get to do Mexico again. And that's when you end it with chip and dip.
Chip and dip in, what's it called? The
Cava de tequila.
That one.
Yeah.
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 That is banging.
It's good.
And to be fair, the having a little snack halfway around I quite liked the barbecue place in
America.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Right, what's my next take?
You drank yours so quick.
It's good. My next take is Disney is no longer just for kids. It's as much as it is for adults as it is for kids now.
I don't think that was ever the thing. That was the whole premise of it. Walt Disney wanted somewhere where he could enjoy it just as much as his children.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, I mean, even the stigma or like the...
Oh no, the stigma's still there.
Still there. But I think like a lot of the kids who grew up, like we don't have kids so we don't know, but...
No, but like, you went to Disney as a child. I never did.
I never went to Disney as a child.
You were 18, you're still a kid. Still a child now.
But even thinking of like the kids still want to go to Disney as like is it like the most magical place in the world compared to like if someone said to us now, oh, we'll take you to Disney.
I'd be like, yes, thank you.
But like, have kids got the same view on it, I guess?
I don't know. We don't really have anybody to ask with children of that age yet. But clearly, because it's heavily populated every time we go, so...
But then is that just adults that want to go and just need to drag the kids?
Keep going. We can all have a wild time.
No dirt, so it's quieter.
Oh. Okay. The Tomorrowland Speedway needs to be gone. It gives me a headache. It's loud, it stinks, and there is nothing tomorrow about it.
Yeah, it's very old-fashioned, isn't it?
It's yesterday. The yesterday Speedway.
Yeah.
Like, just walking past it, it gives me a headache. Like, I purposely, we don't go around that way, past Cheshire Cat and down to get to Space Mountain because it's all, and it like bottlenecks there as well all the time.
Yeah, it does bottleneck there.
Because I think there's toilets, there's the
that quick service, isn't there?
Quick service and the shop.
Yeah.
All on that like strip bit. But yeah, people seem to be having a wild time when they're on it. I've never been on it, but I can drive a real car, so I don't see the point in waiting in line to do that. But yeah, for me, they could have made Tron bigger.
Or they could have...
Even that would have taken another 7 years, so probably not.
Or they could have just put more IPs in there, couldn't they? I mean, it does take up a lot of space, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a big track.
Yeah.
But when you drive a real car,
you don't need it, do you?
No.
No. This mic just keeps blocking this. All right. Where are we? Okay. So you mentioned earlier about not serving alcohol in Magic Kingdom. But I think if they sold alcohol in Magic Kingdom, it would be chaos.
Oh, it would be so much more like towards the end of the day, people are tired. Fights happen more or less in I've never heard of a fight kick off in Hollywood Studios or in Animal Kingdom, but you hear of fights happening in Magic Kingdom. I think one happened just a few weeks ago and caused quite a big scare. So yeah, adding alcohol into that mix, I get it.
Yeah, it'd be absolute carnage.
Yeah. But the one thing about Paris, it was nice watching the fireworks with a €25 glass of champagne in your hand. That was very nice.
Maybe they have a cap on
one per person and during the fireworks, but that would be also carnage because I feel like in Paris they're not that well known. The little carts on the side
No,
with the
no.
champagne, or I just
Took us a matter
like a
of
drink more than
seconds, didn't
most
it?
people.
Mm.
Yeah, it took a second to go get your drink, whereas I feel like if that was in Disney World, you'd be queuing like you do for these popcorn buckets.
Yeah, very true.
Mm.
But I do think, I mean, if there were like there'd be a bit of a rush as well if they had it like at a certain time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be rushing.
Yeah, be a lot.
But it was a nice experience to have. But yeah, it would cause, I agree.
And I feel like that's quite a requested thing that you could drink at Magic Kingdom,
What, champagne?
just in general.
Oh. You can drink with your sit down meal.
Yeah, but like walking around drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, did we do that in Paris? We did
I
that
can't remember.
one with what's it face? Bruno? No, not Bruno.
Oh, the Coco.
Coco, that's
yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Bruno.
frozen margarita, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a bit of a drink and walk around.
Yeah.
A bit.
They just don't give it you in the branded cups like they do still over in America. Okay. So speaking of beverages, the lack of hydration stations at Disney. This was one I was saying was my boring point.
Yeah.
I feel like, yes, you can go to any quick service and get a cup of water, but it's about this big. Doesn't taste nice either.
Yeah.
But when you go to Universal, there's freestyle machines everywhere, and I just feel like that's so convenient for somebody who takes a bottle to the theme parks. And obviously, being dehydrated in that heat is just not fun for anyone. So I feel like Disney needs to step up on that.
Yeah, I agree.
I think there is more now than there used to be, and I know you can check on the app where the different refill stations are now. Yeah, but they're just not as prominent.
Yeah, and even at Universal, where I know we said that we weren't going to compare, but even at Universal, they are like kind of spread out, but at least they're like
they're noticeable.
You know where they are, and like even if you wanted to get something from quick service,
I feel
and
like
there's a massive line,
yeah,
you won't be like partial to stand it. Tell you what though, the best way to get water I found was Starbucks.
Yeah. But then if you're in Magic Kingdom and you've got to go to the Main Street Bakery, is it the Main Street Bakery? It's also Starbucks.
It's on that street or something.
That the other one, just up from it. Is it the Main Street Bakery? Let me know.
It's not.
Is it not? What's it called?
Can't remember. It might be.
It's on the same side. Anyway, that line gets wild.
Yeah.
So you're not going to stand in that and go get a cup of water. But like you feel inconvenient just going up to the counter and being like, "Can I have a cup of water, please?" and then not ordering anything else. I hate doing that personally. Might not bother any of you, but
I mean, like you are spending so much money to be there anyway. So.
But I don't think of that in the time. I'm just like, "Can I have a cup of water, please?" So yeah, we need to stay hydrated.
This is my last one.
Okay.
If you're basing a ride off its storytelling, Dinosaur is the best ride in
Wow.
Walt Disney World.
In Walt Disney World, based
if you
off
base
storytelling.
it off storytelling.
Okay, expand.
So there's a definitive storyline.
Yeah.
And the story. I mean, I was thinking about it when I wrote it, and I was thinking maybe Guardians is up there as well. But in terms of Dinosaur telling the story when you're actually on the ride as well as the pre-show stuff, then I feel like Dinosaur's got it unlocked because they're like you be in the story basically.
I think you're just sad that it's going away.
We when we went first time, we was not even bothered about it at all. Were we?
No, and then we went on it the second trip, and we were like, "Oh, why didn't we go on this the first time?" I remember getting off thinking, "What? I've just been battered."
Yeah, it is a banging ride.
Yeah, it's so much fun. It's a good laugh.
And I do think the Indiana Jones takeover, I do think that'll actually make it better.
Yeah.
Even though, like I say, storytelling wise, it's the best ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the sense of like I say, you're always in the story. You're always trying to find that dinosaur.
Yeah, find that dino.
Yeah.
Oh, but no, I think Guardians is better for that. Just don't talk to me about Guardians. I'm just biased.
But when you're on Guardians, the like
You go
when you're
into
on the
Epcot.
ride, yeah, but the pre-show is like banging for story.
Yeah.
But then like actually on the ride, like what's the story about?
Getting the off the big man outside your ship.
Yeah, yeah. But like like compared to Dinosaur, where you're like trying to get the dinosaur and you like,
yeah, I
looking
get
for
what
it,
you
know
say.
what
I
mean?
do get what you're saying,
Yeah.
but no, Guardians is better.
Yeah.
So I've got two more, but one of them's not really a hot take. It's just my opinion. So, well, they're all my opinions. You get what I mean. This one then, Starbucks is better than Joffrey's coffee. You don't like coffee,
I
so
don't
you
drink
can't say
coffee.
anything.
Yeah.
However, I'm saying this big sweeping statement when I've only ever had one Joffrey's coffee in my life.
You've had a few though, haven't you?
No, I've had one.
No.
From the one in Tomorrowland, and I thought, I've heard all about this coffee. This is like on his first trip, and I've not had it since. Yeah, I'll try it. I'll get the Shaken Jamaican or whatever it's called.
Shaker Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TM. And it was just bitter. It tasted burnt. I didn't like it. Maybe if I got one of the flavoured cold brews, I might like it a bit more, but I just love my blonde roast from Starbucks. So
Is it not a blonde roast alternative?
not
To have a
that
benchmark to
not
compare.
that it's a smoother, less bitter coffee.
Mm.
But yeah, maybe if I tried one of their specialty drinks, I'll try a Halloween one when we go in October. We are going to Florida in early October. We've not even mentioned this yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going then.
So we're very. He's so excited, so buzzy. So yeah, that one's. I will give it another go, but as it stands, I'm a basic Starbucks girl for now.
Surprised we've not sworn yet.
I've tried really hard not to.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And then my last one is it's just Disney Springs is an absolute vibe, and I get just as excited to go to Disney Springs as I do the theme parks.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Love it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a vibe. Sitting there, I think it's dockside margaritas with my spicy margarita. I'm not an alcoholic, I promise.
Coming across that you are.
Yeah, I know. Sat there with my Disaronno sour.
Finish mine.
But yeah, it's just nice. There's often music playing they've got live acts on, loads of shopping. The restaurants are obviously better than they're in the parks because the best food is outside of the parks. So yeah, I just get just as excited for a shopping day at Disney Springs as I do for going to the theme parks.
Do you think they could theme Disney Springs more?
No. I don't think they need to go over the top there.
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
you get it if you're staying on property, you get it at your hotel, you get it in all four of the parks. Many people who go to Disney don't leave the Disney bubble, so it's just maybe a nice break.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Those are my hot takes.
With that said, that is now the end of the podcast.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening. I know that might have been painful with it being the first one, but we will get better. I promise.
Yeah, I feel I grew into it. Yeah. I feel better anyway. It might be that
yeah,
drink.
I think it's the Disaronno.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for listening. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Our social medias will be linked down below. So we are at Orlando Accomplice on TikTok and Instagram. And we will be back with another episode soon.
Thinking 2 weeks, 1 week? Well,
we will see. Yeah. We need to figure all the logistics out of it. But plenty of content coming around our next trip in October. Super excited. Never been during Halloween, and Halloween is my favourite time of year. Jake is absolutely bricking it for Halloween Horror Nights, so I'm going to try and get him to watch a scary film tonight. Whether he will or not is another story. But yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
See you later.
Bye.